Hi everybody,
Hi,
I'm Six Shot.
I'm all in a blur.
So we're back for Whimsy the Geek, and
It's live.
it's live. It's our first time doing a live one. So this is episode 14.
14?
And yeah, episode
Wow.
14, yeah, that's right.
14.
Already, and we did the last one before TF Nation, so obviously
Yeah.
it's been a while to sort of playing catch up with everything. So we don't know how many people we're going to get live on this, but you know what, just trying to be more interactive, and
This is true.
it's fun.
Yeah.
But we're going to follow the usual format that we normally do, where we're going to do some shout outs, go on to do some questions and stuff, and then we'll get on to the viewer responses as well.
Hey, Toy Therapy. How you doing?
Hey Matt, how you doing, buddy? I'm just bringing up the laptop so that we can see everybody's comments and stuff like that as well.
Yay.
Okay, so that should give us a little chat.
We are good. We are good. My feet are hurting. I have poorly feet.
Too much being on your feet at work, isn't it?
Yeah. I have poorly feet.
Lift yourself from my beard.
It's got quite bushy. He's growing it out properly now.
I am. I trimmed it a while back, as you might remember, so I could let it grow back and do its thing. So I'm definitely going for the full Zeus right now. Right, so we're going to ask. Well, we're going to do some shout outs actually. So let me just quickly find these. We'll give one to Toy Therapy as he's watching. So everybody go and check out that channel.
Yeah.
And Movie Goons as well.
Yes. Check out Movie Goons.
Absolutely.
And do you see what he's telling you to do? Do you see?
What's that one? Rub Nat's feet. Afterwards. I can't reach at the moment.
You're very welcome.
Right then, let's get on to our first off this list. So the first one, if you want to go first.
So we are giving shout outs to the Figure World Order group. So thank you very much, Mr. Tony J, for adding us and being very cool.
Appreciate that, mate. Very hospitable of you.
Yes.
Also, I want to give thanks as well to the hospitality we've had from the Action Figure Sanctuary. That's a really cool group as well.
Yeah.
And thank you to Addrianne for adding us into the group. It's sorry that he's had to pause on his channel, but to be honest, I could understand his reasons. He did a video explaining it, and it'd be cool to see still on Facebook doing stuff. So that's very good.
Howdy, Dolcar.
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Hey. So shout out to Bart D Man 95 Lobby Works.
Yeah, long name.
Very long.
But
name.
a very awesome channel, so
Yeah.
do check that one out.
Awesome content.
He's also in the Sanctuary as well.
Mm-hmm.
Also, been watching a guy called Zachamus Prime. Zachamus is really cool. Does some great reviews, really simple to the point. So definitely go and check him out. He's just joined us on Transformers and such as well. So, you know, watch out for his posts.
01 Trans Fan does lots of stop motion.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. And he's also a member of TFNS.
Yeah, he's in Transformers and such. So come and chat to him there if you want to. And of course, check out his channel. And finally, Smith's Super Awesome Reviews. That's another great channel to take a look at. So hopefully you guys will go and take a look at some of these awesome channels. We'll try and get all the links and everything when this video stops being live. We'll pop them all into the description so it's easy just to click.
Yeah.
And go and check them out.
Yeah. And we're okay, Dolcar. I have poorly feet. My feet hurt. And yeah. But yeah, we're good. We're good apart from that.
Yeah. We're all good. It's another week, isn't it? Monday.
Yeah.
It started again.
It's back again.
Right then, so we're going to get into the questions. We've got 4 questions for this episode, and they're all basically topical around the news. So, first one, if you want to go first.
So we're a bit behind the times with some of these because with TF Nation and some of these things have happened, and but we're catching up. Yeah, we're catching up. And so, what does everybody think about the Make Toys Meteor situation?
Yeah.
Because that was interesting.
It was, yeah. Now,
that was kind of, I think it's a ploy to get people to buy it.
Do people know what it is? Is it worth explaining that first?
That's a good point. So,
yeah.
If you don't know what that is, Make Toys did it's a Armada.
Yeah.
Armada Starscream.
Yeah.
Which looks gorgeous. And at TF Nation, one of the people who helps Make Toys had got some and was selling them at TF Nation. Way before where they was being released. He had a few of them.
It's a bit of an exclusive, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. And decided to bring them along to TF Nation, and he pretty much sold them all, didn't he? He sold out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So the people who bought them were actually very, very happy they got them, and they look fantastic toys, and I don't think anybody's had any problems with them or anything. And then all of a sudden, after TF Nation, Make Toys decided they were pulling the plug.
They're going to call it quits with them.
Because they didn't have enough interest in the pre-orders. But
which was shocking, actually, because I had it in hand, and it was a great mould, and it was a great construction. So actually I was quite surprised that that decision was made. And I actually believe that would be sold quite easily. You know, I thought collectors would go for that. So I tend to agree with you. I think it might be a ploy. I'm not sure why they would go to the cost of the design, the pre-production, and actually getting those tools up and actually produced.
Well, I'm going to say, if they had physical copies at TF Nation, physical copies to sell boxed. At TF Nation, boxed, everything in there, nothing, no, this isn't no prototype versions, this is the real deal. If they had that and then said, actually, we're cancelling all pre-orders, that's a bit strange to me.
It's odd because they did all the hard work. They did the heavy lifting. They spent the money, they did the costs, they did the time, they got the factory. They really did everything with that figure, even some marketing. They did everything to suddenly say, right, there's not enough interest.
Yeah, we're not doing it now. It just seems really strange.
Yeah.
So I think it was a secret ploy, and while they've sort of continued to go, we're not going to do it. We're not doing it. We're not doing it. I think eventually they will do it. I think they're going to leave it a little bit. They're going to leave it a bit and then go, we're going to do it now. Because there's been enough demand for it. There's enough interest. People are chomping at the bit to get it. We could probably make a lot of money now because more and more people want it, because the hype it's been so hyped up that I think that's what it is.
The fact that it's sold out at the convention just like that. That would suggest that the interest in it is there. To me, when you get a concentration of collectors like that just bought them out. So I would say now, because it's going to look a bit rare, more people scramble to get hold of it. So
I would say so.
We will see how that goes. Okay, so let's get on to the next question. But obviously, if you guys have got any thoughts on Meteor and Make Toys, then drop them in the comments and we'll check them out. Always interested to know other people's views. So the next question I'll ask, and it's the conjecture on the cease and desist from Hasbro / Takara. Now that's a recent thing, and I don't think it was completely clear to me what had happened. So it might be that other people know more about it. But from what I understood, there has been a legal cease and desist order issued to some of the retailers or online retailers, but I wasn't completely sure what it was for. I thought it was for a Fans Toys Hot Rod and a Fans Toys RC, but I could be mistaken there. What did you hear? The same?
Pretty much, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that was what I heard.
Yeah.
I think it's a strange one.
Yeah. I think it's one of those that, you know, maybe all the facts weren't released, I don't know. But if you guys know anything about it, again, let us know in the comments, because we're quite interested in that topic.
Yes.
I mean, as a fans toys collector, I'm hoping it isn't the case and I can still get my hands on all this good stuff. But obviously, it's all part of the drama of collecting, so it's interesting to find out what has happened.
It's a strange thing that they went specifically for those guys.
Yeah.
And not anybody else. If they did, of course. But for them to specifically go for that company and no one else seems very strange. Now, if you remember way back when we started collecting, when you started collecting fans toys, and there was the whole hoo-ha with the Jetfire and the Soundwave, and the reasons behind that. They didn't want to do Soundwave, they didn't want to do Jetfire because Hasbro had just done one.
And Optimus Prime.
Yeah,
all three of those got cancelled by fans toys, even though they'd done a basic design, because the MPs were out.
Yeah.
So, but I've heard that eventually they will release those. Anyway.
Well, they've released Jetfire now. Now, Jetfire was one of the ones that they wasn't going to do because of the Generations Jetfire that got released.
Yeah.
They didn't want to do it and didn't want to compete.
But they're in a completely different scale and target audience, I think.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, now that the Jetfire is out from Fans Toys, it's like a completely different scale. It's huge. And when you look at the Generations one, while it is big, it's a leader class, isn't it? The Generations one.
Yeah.
It's still not quite there in terms of quality, in terms of scale. You know, it's a good figure for what it is, but the Fans Toys one blew it out of the water. So the fact is, they could have easily brought it out, but I understand the reasoning, and they've brought it out now. Nobody else was bringing out a Jetfire.
Well, we had Dakar Toys do one.
Yes, that's true.
A bit before, but I mean, I passed on it because I just couldn't afford it, to be honest. I buy loads of stuff, I couldn't afford it. And I think I was waiting for Fans Toys, but then I couldn't afford that either, so I've kind of bought other stuff. In terms of the Generations Jetfire, it looks really good, but the one that I got for you doesn't transform all that well, does it?
No.
So
no, it doesn't.
That's a shame.
But I think it's a what is it, the second run or not second run, it's where they have it's like seconds, that's what I'm trying to think of.
Yeah, I was going to say second run should effectively be better, fixes, but I don't think it is.
Yeah, I think it's seconds. We got it from B&M.
Yeah, something like that, that's right.
So I don't think the quality is there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's what it is.
Quite likely the case.
Yeah.
So, hello, Knights of Icon. Thanks for joining us, buddy.
Hey, and also to Transformers Combiner couple. Hey.
Oh yeah, right, buddy. Right, let's get the next question. This one's for you. So, let's bring that up in so you can see it.
Yes, because I can't see nothing. What new releases interest you from Power of the Primes line? We actually might be getting a line of toys that's good.
Yeah, I think this one actually excited us,
quite
isn't it?
Pleasantly surprised by Power of the Primes.
Yeah.
It's interesting. The Dinobots look good. The Terracons look good. There's another female.
Yeah. We got Moonracer, haven't we?
Yeah, Moonracer. I'm quite happy with that.
Yeah. Combiner couple just said Predaking, that's right.
Yes, they're doing a Predaking. It's like, wow. It's a Dinobot Combiner as well.
Dinobot Combiner. Volcanus? Is it? Volcanus?
Volcanus, or something like it's got Volcano in the title, so yeah.
That's really interesting. So, I mean, I don't usually go for these lines these days because they're quite hollow and all the rest of it.
Return RC.
What is?
Sorry, Knights of Icons just said he hates the Titans Return RC. What was the Titans Return RC?
I can't remember that.
I don't remember seeing that one.
There's a Combiner Wars one. Was
yeah.
there? Yeah.
No, there was a Generations
RC.
I've got the Generations RC. She is lovely.
Yeah.
She is lovely.
Maybe there is one, we just haven't seen it. But in any case, I mean, we've skipped on a lot of the lines like RID and Combiner Wars and Titans Return. We've just picked up the odds bit, haven't
we got bits, didn't we? Like to be honest with you, out of like the Combiner Wars, Titans Returns, the best ones from there were the Insecticons. They were actually amazing. Yeah. The Bombshell from the
what a great toy.
It's a freaking awesome figure.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Really enjoyed that. And I think for the Combiner Wars stuff, I really liked at the end when they was doing is it Balagus or something like that? I always get his name wrong. But I was interested in picking that up and the costs just turned me off it, but I still would like to get that.
Oh, Titans Return RC is a Hascon exclusive. That why I have not. I'm gonna have to search for that.
Now that explains it.
To search for that.
Yeah. Thanks, Gary. That makes sense now. Sorry, I'm just looking at the screen. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to have a look at that.
So, I mean, the only full combiner I got from Combiner Wars was the I'm looking at him up here. Computron. And he looks fine, but he just doesn't stand that well, even with the sort of extra sort of foot and hand pieces I gave him. He's just not that stable because the hips are always a bit loose. But I'm hoping that isn't going to be the case with the Power of the Primes combiners. So I'm looking forward to finding out. I'm all about the Terracons, Predacons, Dinobots. You know, I hope they do Seacons as well. Obviously, that's my favourite combiner. Very interested to see what they do. Now, the new Prime, the new Powmaster Prime, that's one to mention.
Yes, that does look quite good.
That's pretty cool. So it's
That's
Blurr.
Basically Blurr.
So the RC is a Blurr.
Yeah.
Paints.
Ultra Magnus Titan Master.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Interested.
How does that work?
No idea. Be interested to see it.
Yeah, that doesn't work for me. I like her face, actually. Oh, that's Generations one. I like her face sculpt.
Yeah,
it's
quite nice. Yeah, it is pretty good.
It's very feminine.
Oh,
She's
for sure.
very feminine looking. But yeah, I'm not like amazed. It is just Blurr. I have that mould.
Yeah.
It is Blurr. So,
just got a question for Knights of Icon. I have a question for you both. Nice YouTubers. Who's your favourite Transformers figure toy? That's a hard one. You go first. I don't know.
Transformers figure toy.
Yeah, which is your favourite toy? Transformer. Probably Blurr, isn't it, for you?
It's Blurr. In terms of which Blurr, I would.
G1, that nostalgia, probably.
I love the G1.
Yeah.
I love the G1. If I had to pick, I'd have to say overclocking.
Yeah, you said that before. That's right. Yeah.
Overclocking. Yeah. I love that figure.
Overclocking's a great figure.
I love that figure. It's like SXS. It's never an easy word to say. They created that figure, and it's possibly one of my favourite Blurs.
It's an unusual Blur because of the colour. It's not really too much like Blur.
No.
It's just sort of little hints of him.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a third party own take on it.
Yeah.
It is pretty cool. I think my favourite Transformer toy, good grief, that's such a difficult question. When I was growing up, it was Ultra Magnus Generation 1. I'm looking at him now, love that thing. Now, that's too many to go from. I'm going to say maybe... it changes because I buy new toys in it and then I like that better. I think my Poseidon Combiner is really blow my brain. My new Megatron, what's he called?
One figure.
Yeah.
One
I can't pick. I'll be honest, I can't pick. I've got too many. It changes all the time. So it's either Poseidon or it's my new Megatron.
Yeah.
She's called Spartan.
Mm-hmm.
Spartacus. There you
Spartacus,
go.
Yeah.
Right.
Mine's Victorion. Titans Return Nautica. That's actually... Nautica's pretty cool, actually. Hey, Marvel and DC 379.
Hey, buddy.
Hey.
Hi, Pred.
Hi, Pred. I love your Harley Quinn figure loads. It's amazing.
Is that the minifig I saw?
Yeah,
that is cool.
It's so good. That's
I like it.
Yeah, I properly love that. I've got the I've bought the the Joker Lowrider. I've got it. I got it. How lucky were we when we found that?
Oh, it was the last one.
It was like every time we've been to Tesco, we have never seen it. It was like we saw it once and I didn't get it, and I walked away from it, and I was really gutted actually. I regretted it. And then when we tried to find it, when we came back here, we couldn't find it. It was like we couldn't find it for a lot of money. And then we went into Tesco when we were down there just after TF Nation, and it was like hidden at the back behind other ones, and the box was ripped slightly. Like the end, it was a kind of open, wasn't it? And we was like, oh, people have been stealing bits of it.
Oh yeah.
And we was like proper panicking. But it was like, no, all the bags are there. All the bags are there. And it was like, and it was reduced as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
So we got it for a good price as well. We were I was well happy. I was like, yes, I've got it.
So, I think there's another question for Night's Icon, which is our worst Transformer. I don't know the answer to that one either. I would say the worst Transformer that I own, or the worst Transformer I've ever played with. I don't know about played with because it's a lot. Worst Transformer that I've owned is probably... Oh, good grief, that's a hard question. Why do I get hard questions?
I don't know.
There's a lot of equally bad ones. I'm going to say that. I don't know that there's one I could single out.
I don't know if I've got a worst one, to be honest.
There's a lot of pretty bad ones, but they're all bad because of the same reasons. Therefore, they're all kind of equally bad. Yeah. I think. I'll tell you what is the worst, but the best at the same time, is that dinosaur one at TF Nation.
Oh, but that's so bad. It's good.
It's so bad that it's actually good. Yeah.
It's so bad.
And if you weren't there, you won't know. But it wasn't an official Transformer. It was some kind of, I don't know what it was, but yeah, that was great.
He said, "What Apple device are we using?" We're using our phone.
Yeah, this is actually not an Apple device. It's our phones are Huawei, Chinese phones.
Android. So yeah, we're using that, and then just the live.
Yeah, I was just using a Mac to see what everyone's saying.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to building the lowrider. It's very, very awesome.
Definitely. So just coming back to Charles as well, you mentioned there the Dinobots and Prime. We've just been talking about that, Charles. We didn't mention the Prime properly, so I just want to say I think a lot of us are excited about the Orion Pax.
That Orion Pax looks freaking awesome. It does look really good. It looks properly like Orion Pax.
Oh yeah.
And the fact that it then turns into Optimus as well is actually really cool. It's a very cool thing that they've done. And to be honest, Power of the Primes could be. Providing they don't make hollow crap.
You're going to get some, but I think as long as it's not too much of it, too many repaints, too much hollow, as long as it's not over the top with all of them, at least you can pick up a fair bit that you enjoy. That's what we're looking for, is to get back to that quality point that they used to have, or at least somewhere near it. Then we can have some fun. But the thing that's really turning us on, I think, is Pretenders, getting the Beast Combiners.
Yeah.
These are things that we didn't see coming, so really pleased with that.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Pred's taking a break from building the Batwing to watch us.
Sometimes you need a break, though.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need a break. If you want to see a quick look at some of my recent builds, hang on. It's real quick. If I can angle the camera for you. Oh, I'm having to look at the other screen to see if you can see this stuff. But it's slightly behind what I'm actually showing. But there you go. So there's some Lego stuff there. And of course over here is some general collection stuff, so some Transformers as well for you. There you go, just something a little bit different for you to see. Thank you, Princess F.W.O, for the compliment on the display. We've actually got a lot more sets, so just at the top here, all in boxes, and we haven't opened them yet to build them, so we're slowly working our way through them all, based on what excites us the most. But you guys did a vote for what we'd build, so we've done according to that, and the next one is going to be the third option that you guys chose, which was
my penguin
car. And I think
Lego Batman.
I'm doing the scavenger, Star Wars scavenger, I think it is. So that should be the next one that we do on our beers and builds.
Yay! Looking forward to building the penguin.
Yeah, the bomber, Charles. That is really good. It's such a fun set. I'm loving that.
Ooh, Triptychon at Smith's Toy Store for £150. It's not bad actually. That's how much it was at TF Nation, isn't it?
It is
that much.
Speaking about that, actually, the next question is about TRU. If you want to talk about that.
Oh yeah.
That was the last question.
For a moment, how insane is the new Millennium Falcon so big? That Millennium Falcon's beautiful. Just quickly, it is gorgeous.
It is. It's very pricey, but yeah,
stupidly
beautiful.
Expensive.
Beautiful.
Yeah, but it is gorgeous. If I win the lottery tomorrow night, the 33
we'll be picking it up.
I will be buying that and a house to put it in.
Well, the thing is, it scales better. Am I right?
Yes.
I think it's actually a better scale than the original ones, right?
Yeah.
So it is bigger as well.
Yeah, definitely. Yes. So, Toys R Us.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued what is going to happen, to be honest, with Toys R Us. I don't think anything, if I'm being completely honest, I don't think anything's going to happen. I think they are talking about it. I don't think they're actually going to do it.
No.
They are big enough that they will be fine. I think.
Yeah.
They're online, and a lot of people still use them online, and I think it's only America anyway that's having the issue. But I think Walmart is kind of undercutting them on a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And that's the problem.
Yeah. I think you're right. I mean, I know that they stopped doing video games in our local ones here, pretty much. They're starting to just sell off what they've got left. And I think that is what they will do.
Yeah.
And they'll do some sales to freshen up their backlog of stock. But I don't think they'll go away because they don't really have a major competitor that is just toys.
No.
In the UK anyway, there are smaller shops like the Entertainer and stuff, but you don't get, that huge shop that does so much stuff like Toys R Us. So maybe I'm wrong. We'll see, but I do think that it's unlikely they'll completely disappear.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll sell to another company and become part of a different chain. I don't know.
Yeah, the Toys R Us in the UK is having a massive sale, which I'm like, yay! So yeah, they're doing it's 2 for £15, and in some sites they are actually doing a voucher where you can get £15 off.
Hot Ronnie Prime.
Hey.
We didn't know we was doing this either. I've been ill the last couple of days, so we wasn't sure how it would be. No. So a bit of a last minute.
Yeah, I have poorly feet. I just told everybody my feet hurt. So they're giving you a £15 voucher on certain sites like Quizco, I think one of them's called. So you can get 2 toys for free, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, if that's true, then that would be, that would be awesome.
Well, it is, because you can go and sign up and get a voucher, and then
we've got to check it out.
we need to, but I don't know what. I'm assuming it's only on selected lines. I don't think it's across the whole board, and I don't think it's everything that Toys R Us stock. But you can get 2 toys on their selected lines for £15, and then if you get the voucher, you get £15 cash back, or you get £15 voucher. I'm not sure. And then you're not paying anything really for those, which is cool.
I guess they're trying to get rid of all the backlog though, because it's stuff that you probably either got or
that's the only reason why they're doing it. They're having this massive sale to get rid of all of their stock, so they've got space for when Christmas comes, and they can restock it then with all the stuff that they do want to put in.
That makes sense.
Basically, let's get rid of all the shit. Essentially,
all the shelf warmers.
yeah. Pretty much, system manager story pretty much noted by site these days, trying to convince them the Falcon is obtainable because it'll be available for the next 5 years. That's a good thing. Is that a good thing?
You mean you might be paying for it for the next 5 years?
Yeah. That's how long it would take it for me to pay for it.
Yeah, it is a bit of a pricey thing. I mean, I'm not getting it. That's the decision, I guess, for me. I'm just not buying it. It's too expensive.
Yeah.
No, to put it. If I was going to buy another Lego set, I'd go for another ones like I've gone for. The maximum sort of price limit is 120 quid.
Yeah.
It's kind of pushing it for me.
Yeah.
With those. And the same with Transformers. That's kind of normally the most I'll pay for anything. So.
When you work it out how much it costs per brick for Lego, then you go, well,
yeah, the value.
That's not that bad.
The value's there normally,
I
think, but these Ultimate Collectors ones are probably
because it's is it 1,700 and something odd bricks for it's their biggest one anyway.
Yeah,
it's their biggest build yet.
Right.
For the Falcon, but in terms of it's a bit of an odd one whether or not. I still think that even if you divided that by how much, by the bricks count, the price by the brick count, you'd probably still be relatively cheap, but still, damn.
Yeah, true.
That's still a lot of money.
It is. Got a couple of questions. Night's Icon says, who's our favourite Transformer that is female? Mine is Nightbird. Yours is...
RC, probably.
RC. And also, Fred has asked a question, after the TFM post, high profile guests, what was the option you chose for how they'd work?
Oh, okay.
And who did you choose?
I've been to cons where you have to pay to see guests. And you have to pay for autographs, and you have to pay for this and that and the other thing. And while it's nice, the guests feel some of them are absolutely sound. Some of them are like the guests that we get at TF Nation, where they will come and join you in the bar and they mingle and they talk to you and whatever else. And that's great. So you get your money's worth from those people because you get to spend time with them away from it. However, there are guests that are entitled and they don't want to spend time with you. They don't want to spend any time doing anything other than what they need to do to get paid. And it takes the fun away from those people. And what you need to remember is that a lot of these guests and people that we look up to, it kills the illusion. It kills it.
Yeah.
And you go, you know what, you're an arsehole. And now I don't like you anymore. There was people who I actually really liked before I went to that con that I came away going, actually, not that great. Not that bothered about meeting you ever again or even following you anymore. But then, as I say, there are people that are really cool.
Yeah.
And you get those people. But those people, I think, are actual fans, and those are the people that TF Nation gets anyway.
Yeah.
Who are willing to come and waive the fact that they aren't charging you a fee to have their autograph.
Yeah.
Or aren't charging a fee to have your photo taken with them, or any of these things that we currently get. But the fact is, I'm not bothered about having high profile guests.
Hi Free, we're good, thanks mate. How you doing?
Hey. I'm not bothered about having high profile guests. If it was that they came and the dynamic stayed the same, and they weren't charging for photos, they weren't charging for autographs and all of this other stuff that literally says, you know what, I'm so big, you need to pay for me to be here.
Hi, Ty.
Not, I want to be here because I like it. If those people, if it was that you get those kinds of people, I'd love to meet I'd love to meet Peter Cullen. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
It's like that's fucking, it's Optimus Prime.
Frank Welker would be good.
Frank Welker would be awesome. Obviously.
Greg Berger, we want to get him.
Yeah, he has been to an AA.
But it's before we were going.
It's before we were going, so I've never met him.
Yeah.
Obviously, I need to meet Blurr because I'll probably crumple. But but yeah, I need to meet Blurr. It'd be awesome if we could get some big names.
Yeah.
Obviously, having Mark Ryan there this year was really awesome, and he was quite a sound guy, which was really cool. And obviously, he was one of those people that was there, but I saw a little bit in him where it would go if we got bigger than him. So while everybody, in the years that I've been going, which hasn't been long in the grand scheme of things, we haven't been going long, but in the years that I've been going, all of the guests have been awesome. Really cool, really chilled.
They've definitely picked the right people, I think, and it's worked out really well. This year was fantastic. I really enjoyed it.
It was really cool. Everybody's been lovely. All the guests have been lovely. Everybody sits around in the bar. I didn't see that much of Mark Ryan. I mean, it could have just been me, but I didn't see that much of him. And while he seemed like a really nice guy, and I'm not trying to say that he wasn't, or he was, I'm not trying to say that. He did seem like a nice guy from what I saw him. You spoke to him, and he'd seemed like a nice guy. But you can see there's that line where they start to get more famous, and then that line gets the line between the fans and them becomes bigger. And then you end up...
I guess they're in more demand, so that they get overworked, and then it becomes harder to maintain. And that's what it is. And particularly the older they get, and the more they're working, that's a lot of pressure. So I do understand it. To be fair,
I understand if that's the way they want to. If that's the way that TF Nation wants to go in terms of convention wise, if they want to go down we need to get bigger and better guests every year on year. I understand why they would do that. They're trying to grow a convention. They want to, it's a business for them. But at the end of the day, if you start to get bigger and bigger guests, I think it takes some of the fun
It just
away.
Depends on the individuals.
You've got to get the right people.
Yeah.
And I suppose you'll never really know what those right people are until they get there.
Yeah. Just seeing the comments from Fred here about Greg being a legend, and that's what I make of him. I mean, I've not met him, but I would look forward to meeting him. He does seem like a really sound fella. Hi, Nolsey. And let me just see if I missed anything else. Are we talking about voice actors? This is Tyler. Somebody fill me in. So yeah, we're talking about TF Nation. We're just talking about the guests and talking about voice actors or actors in general that attend celebrities, and how cool they are to interact with the attendees.
Voice of Beast Wars Megatron was apparently much less social than others. Who's the Beast Wars Megatron voice?
I wouldn't know, because that's one of the continuities I know probably the least about, actually, the Beast Wars. So I wouldn't know. He's the one that has the really sort of what would you call it? An interesting dialect.
Yeah,
quite a whimsical dialect. Yeah.
David K. Thank you.
Right. No, you see, he knows the answers.
Yeah.
Right then, I think we're gonna have to wrap it up because of the time. So, any last requests before we go off air?
The name just came to me. Knights of Icon also said, question, since Nautica and Skids are crazy and Harley Quinn is crazy, do you think there's an resemblance as Skids as the Joker and Nautica as Harley?
Oh, like a crossover? I'm not sure. Maybe. I do think we
like if they did a if they did a Harley and Joker kind of script, but with Skids and Nautica, that would be
it could work. I mean, with all the crossover stuff that's going on now, nothing really is off limits, I wouldn't say. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do, do that kind of stuff. Right.
One more what? Has Pred got another question? Okay, he has. Someone mentioned bringing bigger named YouTubers from across the pond as guests. Thoughts?
I'm not a fan of celebrities in general, so I'm probably the worst person to answer this. But I like people's work, and I like them if they're my friend and I know them personally.
Yeah, Pure and Octopus, I'm assuming. Yeah, Pure.
I'm not really interested in panels of YouTubers. I'm not really a panel. I wouldn't be interested in doing a panel about YouTube myself. I wouldn't be interested in watching a panel about YouTube because I don't really find it that interesting. I just use this as a way of talking to you guys, and obviously if we were sitting in the pub now, I wouldn't even be using the YouTube. So, yeah, not really for me. In terms of the review stuff, I find obviously interesting to watch some reviews, but it's more because we're in the community and I like watching community reviewers. So when you guys are doing the reviews, that's what I want to see. Yeah. It's not really for me about big reviewers or, because they have a lot of subscribers or because they've got nice cameras or because they've got lots of facility or effects or whatever. None of that really dazzles me. It's just about the people, just about the community. That's the bit that interests me. So if there's that kind of thing going on, that's cool. Completely respect for people down with that and like that. But for me, while that's going on, I'm in the pub talking to you lot. So that's me.
That was pretty much what we did at TF Nation. I missed so many panels this year just because we were in the bar just chatting away. That's pretty much what it was. We just that's us. I mean, in terms of what big YouTubers could we get over here?
Well, any
to be honest. But I think the thing is with the big named YouTubers, if they want to come over here, they will. They will do it. There's people that travel from America and that's because they want to come, and I think if people want to come, they will.
Yeah. And if they want to come and have a beer with us and chat, that's great. But I don't really find it interesting to know how they get on with YouTube because that's just not my thing,
No, it'll be if they come, and then it'd be cool if we could get people like Mike and Zach. They're the American YouTubers that I want to see.
Yeah,
they're the ones that I want them who I want to come to
because
England.
they are funny.
I want
funny.
them to come.
Yeah.
I'm not bothered about anybody else.
Let's get Mike and Zach in the UK next year doing a panel. I'll definitely be watching that. My popcorn and my... Yeah, that's me. Question for Tamsin. How are you finding your Blurr? Have you opened it yet and have you had a chance to play with it yet?
No.
Hi, Snoke.
Hello. How long is the band staying on for, Nat? I literally left this on. I work on a deli in Tesco, and I left it on purely to see how long I could keep it on before they went, you need to take that off. Health and safety, gotta take it off. And I left it on purely for that reason, and nobody has said anything to me. I'm kind of disappointed. Nobody said anything, but at the same time I'm like, I'm going to keep it on for as long as I physically can. But we are planning to get married next year, and I don't think I'll be keeping it on for that. It might ruin the aesthetic. So it's gonna be on at least until May. At least until May. And then we will see. Then we will see what happens.
Yeah.
If I decide to keep it on, it will be by chance. But yeah. So it'll be on to at least May, and then we go to TF Nation, so I'll get another one. And then I might keep it on longer next year.
Oh, thanks, Dogcar.
Thank you.
Here we go. So, Princess Joshua, I've opened Blurr and I'm slowly success with transforming it. Excellent. There you go. If you need any help, she knows all about the blurs.
I do. I actually created my Blurr shelf and put all of my blurs on a shelf on my Dettol.
You've got to show that soon.
And I filled the shelf. The shelf is full and it's just Blurr.
You need to take a picture and put it in the group.
I will take a picture and I will share it with you guys just so you can see the Blurr shelf. I don't think there's many I don't have now. So yeah,
Thanks for all the congratulations. So it's been a long time coming, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has.
Finally getting around to it, so.
I hope you do go back to YouTube, Pred.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
You should, it's fun. It's the only reason to do it is fun. It doesn't make you any money. It takes all your time. It makes you want to buy more toys. It's bad for you, but do it anyway because it's fun.
He keeps getting Lego and then looking towards the cam. Do Lego vids!
We're doing it.
We want to see you do Lego vids. I'll watch Lego vids.
Yeah. We watch all sorts of stuff.
I bet Mike and Zach don't really drink that much.
We'll find out.
I bet they don't. I bet they're lightweights, really, and they can't handle it. And then we'll all just be drinking them under the table. They'll be like, what are all these Brits doing to us?
It's interesting because they do 6 shots and they're pretty done. But they are big shots. I'll give them that the doubles. But I can do that and I'm okay. So, let's see what happens when they come. That'll be a good challenge. Good challenge.
Yeah. Yeah, Mrs. Chris Harper.
Yeah, right. Right, we are going to have to call it a day. This is actually our longest, I think, Whimsy the Geek, but it's been probably the most fun because it's so interactive with you guys being able to interact with us live, so that's really good.
It's been quite fun.
And we don't have to edit it. That's amazing.
It's true. It's true. I wish you were coming, but you're not here, Pred. He's not in the country. I can't change it now. I've booked it.
Yeah, cancel your plans.
Yeah, it's costing me lots of money already, and I haven't booked anything other than the registry office. That's all we've booked, and it's already cost me buttloads of money. So yeah. And finally, last question. It's cost. I could imagine you're going to America. We're going to America for our honeymoon, though. So yeah.
Absolutely.
We're going to America for our honeymoon and we're getting married. It's costing us more than you.
Yeah. It will.
Who's our favourite movie Optimus?
Favourite movie Optimus Prime? Evasion Mode Optimus Prime for me from Age of Extinction is my favourite.
Yeah.
Although he's not my favourite overall Prime. That would be Powermaster Prime for Generation 1.
Movie Optimus is going to be like movie Optimus. Proper movie Optimus.
Oh, you mean like 90...
G1 Optimus?
Yeah, G1.
That's going to be the favourite one if I had to pick. If it's got to be a Bayverse one, I'd probably say the Evasion one because it looks cool.
Quantum Surge, absolutely. Come and check it out. We're going to be at TF Nation. We're going to be in the meets. We've got some meets planned, so we're going to be getting the events up into the Transformers and Such group. And Gary's watching. He's as well going to be able to organise some of that stuff. So keep your eyes peeled, and absolutely everyone's welcome to join us.
Yeah.
So that'd be good. Right, we're going to have to call it a night because it is 10 to 11 and we've got work tomorrow.
I've got to be up and at work for 4:30 in the morning, so yeah, I kind of have to sleep.
So we're going to have to call it a night, but thank you so much for watching and commenting. It's been loads of fun.
It has.
Yeah.
Yes, TF Nation is in the UK, Nights Biocon.
Yeah.
It is. In Birmingham.
Right in the middle.
Yep.
Right in the middle. Right then, folks. We'll catch you all soon, and have a good night. See you later. Bye.